Hi guys, Master John here. Today I want to go over the axe kick and some of the things that you need to think about when you're throwing the axe kick. What is the axe kick? The axe kick is a kick that comes up as high as possible and comes crashing down on the target, similar to cutting firewood, where you would swing an axe and get it as high as possible, relax, and then pull as hard as you could and come crashing down on that piece of wood, or in this case, the target. So, what is the target area? The target area is top of the head, side of the face, depending on how a person is standing. I've seen someone lean back, try to get out of the way of the kick, and the kick catch them in their chest. So all that is good. Essentially, we have a couple different variations of the axe kick. We're going to do this in a basic level. I'm going to put a different video together with a more advanced way of twisting the hips. Initially, I wasn't taught any advanced versions. I was just taught how to keep your hips square and bring your leg up and down. I need you to think in terms of what an inside-outside block might look like in traditional karate. So this is inside to outside of the body, inside to the outside. This is also outside to the inside. The same is true with our kicks. There's going to be 4 different versions, but there's also left side, right side. So that sort of makes it 8 different versions. We're going to do this on the target after I demonstrate facing you. We're going to start with the back leg because the back leg is easier. We're going to do a back leg inside to outside and then straight down. Your goal is to keep your foot as close to the target as possible, get it as high as possible, and pull it down. So don't go super far to the one direction or the other. Essentially, you pick it up, hit. I need you to touch the ground before you step back. Might make a little bit more sense when I face in this direction. When you throw the kick, if you're just trying to hit the target and automatically go backwards to your original stance, you're probably not going to hit anybody. Quite often when you throw the kick, the person notices that you're starting to move and then they back up. And if you automatically get to that position, you're not going to hit anything. So whenever practicing the axe kick, practice picking it up, hitting, landing forward, and then stepping down. So 4 different varieties, but switching our stance. So we're going to do back leg, inside to outside axe. Every time we do it, we're going to take 2 steps back and then do it with the other leg. So it's going to look like this. 2 steps back, 2 steps back, inside to outside, inside to outside, inside to outside. So you can do that for a while, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. Then you can do the other version where you go from the outside to the inside. You pick your leg up, outside, up, and then straight down. So outside to inside, 2 steps back, outside to inside. You'll do that for a while. Okay, then we're going to move on to the front leg, which is more difficult. In some cases, you won't use some of these kicks just because it'll be too difficult. Going from the lead leg outside to inside is a little bit challenging. Instead of switching every time we kick, we'll kick like 3, maybe 5 times, something like that. So I'll go inside to outside, 1, 2, 3, switch my stance, 1, 2, 3, and keep on going. Then I'll practice lead leg outside to inside, coming this way and then crashing down. 1, 2, 3, switch my stance, 1, 2, 3. Hope that helps. After you've learned your first 4 versions of the axe kick, and then 8 if you're switching your sides, then that brings us to the issue of the shuffle axe. So sometimes people are, a little bit far away from you, or you throw something and they back up, and for whatever reason you decide that you want to hit with this axe, but you're a little bit too far away to just pick up your leg to hit them, and for whatever reason you don't feel like using your back leg. So similar to a switch roundhouse kick, we're gonna take a step with our front leg and then bring it back and replace our front foot with our back foot, and then come off with our axe kick. So this would be our shuffle axe. It's worth noting that I don't want to throw this every single time. If that's the only way I know how to throw the axe kick, I'm going to lose opportunities to be able to pick up my leg and hit with my axe. So this is a good variation to be able to get closer. So that's our shuffle axe. So earlier I mentioned that when I initially learned how to throw an axe kick, we just kept our hips square, more or less. So I might be punching, maybe I would throw a front kick, and then maybe I would decide to, fake the front kick, or they would think the front kick was coming, and I would pick my foot up and then come down on my opponent. And that worked well, and especially in that situation when you're throwing a front kick and following it up with an axe kick. Much later on in my martial arts journey, Master McKinley taught me how to twist my hips, and I come to a couple conclusions on that. When you learn how to twist your hips, you extend your foot out a little bit further. It also sets you up for something in case they come back at you. So for instance, if I keep my hips square and I pick up my leg and I throw an axe kick, I'm in a horrible position to throw a side kick. But if I learn how to pick my leg up and on the way down, twist my hips towards my tummy, I'm in a good position to throw a defensive side kick or something of that nature. So we're going to work on advanced options of twisting your hips. So what does it look like when I'm twisting my hips and I'm throwing the axe kick? I'll show you the first version, and then I'll show you the second version. In each case, I will throw a lead leg axe kick. So keeping my hips square, I pick my leg up, pull my foot down. Nothing wrong with that. You have some pros as to why you might throw it that way, and I discussed twisting your hips to set up a side kick and having a little extended reach. So second version is me picking the leg up and twisting my hips on the way down. So a good way to practice that is to pick one foot up. It doesn't have to be high. We'll pick it up, pretend like it's as high as it can go, and then bring your foot down, but then turn your tummy when you do it. So toes up, and then come down. Toes up, and twist on the way down. You can switch the stance, same thing on the other side. Pick up your foot, and then turn sideways as the foot travels downward. Up, and then down. So what does this look like? I would recommend going slow. I'll do it facing you. I'll start with the back leg because it's easier. We're going to pick it up, and then as the foot comes down, twist. A couple more times. Bring it up, and then down. These are the inside back leg, inside to outside axe kicks. So, and then I'll do it with my other leg. Notice how I control it, touch the ground, and then step back. That's our advanced version of twisting the hips when you throw your axe kick.